Nick Kyrgios is making all the headlines at Wimbledon this year. Not for his performance on the court, he's getting all the attention for his ruse and disrespectful behaviour. The 27-year-old has gone to war with almost everyone. The Australian tennis star has lashed out at his opponents, umpires, line judges, journalists, and even spectators in the stand. His outrageous behaviour has been slammed by pundits and former tennis players. Not only this, but he's also going to face court on August 2nd, 2022 for the accusations filed by his ex-girlfriend. He has been fined a huge amount for his behaviour. Former tennis players have also slammed him for the antics he's been using in the game. In this video, we'll talk about the behaviour of Nick Kyrgios, how he has been slammed by fellow players, and why does he throw tantrums on the court, and why is he the most disrespectful player in tennis right now. Before we move forward, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Let's get started. The Pat Cash statement. Nick Kyrgios has been slammed by tennis legend Pat Cash for the antics he used during the clash against Stefano Tsitsipas in the Wimbledon 2022. The 1987 champion accused the 27-year-old of cheating and abuse during the third round of this match. Nick Kyrgios, after losing the second round, started hitting balls into the stand and almost hit a spectator. This behaviour caused the opponent, Stefanos Tsitsipas, launch several verbal tirades towards the umpire, in which he called him a disgrace. Tsitsipas has been fined $10,000 for the incident, and Kyrgios is fined $4,000 for his inappropriate language. Pat Cash talked about Nick Kyrgios and said he has brought tennis to the lowest level. The 57-year-old said, "I can see gamesmanship, cheating, manipulation, abuse, and aggressive behaviour towards umpires and linesmen." He, Nick Kyrgios, was lucky to even get through the final set. He should have defaulted in the first set. On the other hand, Tsitsipas called Nick Kyrgios a bully and said that he has an evil side. Spitting Spectator. Kyrgios has been at the centre of controversy all year, but the most disgusting thing he's done is spitting towards a spectator. He was asked if he spits in the direction of a spectator on purpose, and he said yes, one of them was disrespecting me. After this, he also said he would never do anything like that to someone supporting him. The reason why he did that was that someone was talking shh about him and he was not okay with it. Nick Kyrgios told that the spectator was just there to show disrespect for him, and spitting towards the spectator was a way of giving him back. During his first round victory over British opponent Paul Jubb, the Australian also referred to a female line judge as a snitch and claimed that some of the officials were too old to do their jobs. Kyrgios responded when asked if he regretted his words, "No. Why? That's exactly what she said. I did nothing and she went to the umpire and said something to her that I did not say." This is known as whistleblowing. As a result, Nick Kyrgios was fined $10,000 for these scandalous actions in court, slamming his racket and using bad language. At the Miami Open in March 2022, Kyrgios lost the plot during his fourth round defeat to Jannik Sinner. Nick Kyrgios called umpire Carlos Bernandez an absolute clown and refused to shake hands with him before storming off the court. He smashed the racket into his chair and shouted, "Get rid of every single staff and start over. I will run the sport. I can do 100 times better job." After the match, he said that he has never been in a match where an umpire is hated so much. Then he also complained about the ATP and said, "How much do I contribute to the sport? The issue with tennis is that it does not protect the stars in any way. We enjoy isolating them. The ATP never defends or stands up to their players. I'm used to it. I've been used to it my whole career and it stinks. I had one incident where I threw a racket that didn't hit anyone. I knew it could be dangerous, but I returned the next day and apologized to the kid." That is something he will remember for the rest of his life. I, my girlfriend, and my team all have to deal with the negative comments, and the ATP doesn't give an F. Kyrgios was fined £26,500 for verbal abuse, an audible obscenity, and 2 counts of unsportsmanlike behaviour. Almost hit a ball boy. At Indian Wells in March 2022, what did not happen, all the unusual antics, throwing rackets, shouting at umpires, and mouthing off at fans were present there. Nick Kyrgios even dragged Hollywood actor Ben Stiller into the mix. He was heckled by a fan, and he said, "Do I tell him, Ben Stiller, how to act? No." The most shocking part was when he nearly hit a ball boy with a tennis racket during his defeat to Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinals. Kyrgios swung his racket at the wall, forcing the ball boy to duck for cover. He later apologized and said, "I just want to apologize to that ball kid at the end of the match. It was an accident and I was frustrated at the end of the game. My racket took a wild bounce, which was not my intention. If anyone knows who that ball kid is, please contact me and I'll send him a racket. I'm thankful he's okay. Towel color issue. We all know it very well that Nick Kyrgios throws tantrums over small things, but this one took it too far. In 2019, during Rogers Cup, Nick Kyrgios refused to use a towel from the tournament and demanded a white towel instead. He refused to continue the game until he was given a white towel. When the white towel was arranged, he asked the officials, "I just want to know why it took you so long to get a white towel." Then later this year at the Australian Open, he again got into a dispute over a towel. So clearly, a towel is a trigger point for Nick Kyrgios. Nick Kyrgios X-rated water bottle stunt. You all must be thinking how worse his attitude can get, right? Well, back in 2018, Nick Kyrgios started mimicking an X-rated sex act at Queen's. He was holding a water bottle against his groin and pretending to perform a sex act as he made the gesture towards the player's box. Kyrgios capped off the show by spraying water into the air before taking a sip and grinning. In the end, he not only lost the match, but he was also fined £13,000 for this act. So this was not a happy ending for him. Demanding beer on court. It is normal for a tennis player to take water to the court or an energy drink during the match, but Kyrgios wanted something stronger. In 2017, during the French Open, when he was defeated by Kevin Anderson in the second round, he smashed 2 rackets and then asked a spectator to get him a boozy drink. He said, "Get me a beer now. Honest to God, get me one right now." At this, the fan asked him if he was kidding because it was not possible. On this, the 27-year-old Australian replied, "I don't think so." Complaining about the music. During his defeat to Thomas Berdych at the 2016 Australian Open, Kyrgios lost his temperament. He began swearing and threw his racket across the court and began complaining about a lack of vocal support from his box. Then, the strangest moment happened when he stopped just when he was going to serve in the second set because the music was too loud. The music was not coming from the court in which he was playing, but from the neighbouring MCG, where a cricket's Big Bash League semi-final was being played. He said to the umpire, "Are you alright, mate? While we're performing, music is being played in the audience. I've told you 7 times already. Is it just my imagination? Is it just my imagination? It's a circus, mate." Kyrgios later referred to the British umpire James Keothathong as a terrible referee and muttered, "It's a effing joke," telling opponent that his girlfriend is cheating on him. Nick Kyrgios has always been known for his trash talk, but in the 2015 Montreal Masters, he overstepped. While playing against Stan Wawrinka, Nick Kyrgios in the second round, he told his Swiss opponent that his pal, Thanasi Kokkinakis, slept with his girlfriend. During the second set, he said to his opponent, "Kokkinakis banged your girlfriend. I'm sorry to break it to you, mate." Kyrgios was fined £10,000 and sentenced to 28 days in jail for his controversial actions. Wawrinka Nick Kyrgios posted on Twitter following the match. "It was extremely disappointing to witness a fellow athlete and colleague be so disrespectful in ways I could never have imagined. To stoop so low is not only unacceptably low, but also unbelievable." This was all from the video. Hope you all liked it. Please share your thoughts in the comments section about the behavior of Nick Kyrgios. Are you all disappointed in him too, or is his nature just like that?